Oh, yes, indeedy, shaking your bacon this morning, bringing your heart to a state of awakening, wouldn't you say? Hearing that hazy radio network sort of way, man. hazyradio.com, we got it on early in the day when Grandpa and little Obi-Wan Kenobi come out to play, along with you, Sarah, too, and all the rest of you, babies. Not feeling so blue now, are we, man? Starting to feel a little better about yourself? Starting to feel that flow, starting to feel that glow. Well, baby, that's multi-dimensional existence, man, coming to you from high in the Rocky Mountain sky. Ooh, you got that Spring Creek guy right here at the headwaters of life, the original waters flowing through my sweet little heart, all the way to yours and way beyond it too, man, because it goes through me, goes through you, goes through all of us too, and then comes right back around and we amplify it again and send it back out. Wow! Oh, I tell you, no wonder Sarah's blossoming out. Okay, you should be too today on this wonderful little old tripping Tuesday with your old grandpa and Okie man coming out to play. I tell you what, man, it's hard to get out in the sagebrush when there's skeeters all over it and stuff, and we're getting to that time of year where we get invaded, dear, by a little reminder of how bad we screwed up the last time we were in such stages, in a whole lot more enlightened place, too. You know, one of them called Atlantis. I think it was Atlantis VIII. I think Atlantis 8 or Atlantis 7. I'm not sure which, but it was a new version of an old place that's been around just about forever, wouldn't you say? Babies, and back in those days, we had a bunch of crazy crackpots, you know, working militarily in the background. Of course, influenced by some rather nasty ETs that are part of our family, too, man. We can't leave any of them out, don't you know? Because, well, you're part of that flow as well, babies. But anyhow, long story short, our mosquitoes and ticks and biting flies and so forth of now came from, you know, scientific militarism back in the day. And when that world went down, a whole lot of warpies came around, and now we got stuck with the leftovers, man. So when you get bit by a skeeter, say, bless Atlantis just before you slap it away, okay? Babies, if we can just realize the origins of such things, you know, and not have to wait around for some mother trucking scientist to design it all for us and give us a bunch of happy, holy BS, man, you know, like it's not real unless I say it is, and we got our theoretical presumptions that we have presented here, and in a scientific sort of way, wouldn't you say? Ooh, baby, well, I'm not making fun of you. I'm going along with you in a way. But see, this is what science got us into back in that day. What's it doing to us today, man? You know, you hear about this shit called nano dust, eh? It's kind of some of the stuff in the skies they like to spray, and it's got a way of, you know, once it gets down here near you, man, it just bops right into you and tries to control your little heart and soul, babies. But the same kind of medicine as we had back in the days when they were trying to use insects and mosquitoes as weapons and shit. You know, we'd never known that kind of stuff before. All the torments we go through here in the 3D from the insect reality are a gift from our ancient ancestors there in Atlantean times, man. Atlantis, that place that, well, baby, there's something happening down in Antarctica. I think that might be an extension of that old place that went down so hard and left us with all these bugs that torment us, you know, the energy behind them that keeps creating them and going on, that military madness that's killing the country, killing the world, killing everything, because killing is what it likes to do. One day it'll just kill itself. There won't be nothing left, eh? Oh, darling, we ain't going to end it that way. Sarah wouldn't dream it that way, and neither would our sweet mother, Mary J. You know, the real hearts that are at play here in this reality, they know what's really going on. Well, they'll let us live with our torments because they want us to remember what went on in the long ago, so we ain't so repetitious in the now, wouldn't you say? So, babies, you know, bring it all back inside of your heart today, man. Bring it all back to the center of your ever-present person. Bring it all back to you and all the rest of us, too, as you extend outward into your reality. But first, the gathering together inside your soft, sweet, hot little hide. Get us taking a magic carpet ride. Oh, baby, I want to be with you right now, don't you know? Well, I guess we are, aren't we, babies? Hey, there's no need for that wicked old desire anymore, that sets the fire of life and burns it out real quick. Hell no, baby. We going real slow. We taking it just right. As we approach the great daylight, we embrace the sun and bring it into us as one. Yes, see, and become the light by which we see our way into a whole hell of a lot brighter day. In other words, it's the return of an old reality that was here before Atlantis was somebody's wet dream, man. I'll tell you what, it's so far back, it was before time began, but about the time that it did begin, before we invented all these torments, man. Oh, goodness. But you see, we're the rectifying angels, us that live here as humanity. You understand that? You really see that in yourself yet? Well, you got to quit putting that thing down. Start bringing it around. Because, babies, every human being, well, we're called star beings, and we're made of stardust and earth, right? Or star energy and earth. We are a representative of a star in the sky, you see. When you start to remember that, you start to lighten up. See, that's your energy. That's your source essence. It's not just a little sperm and an ovum getting together and partying down and making you come around. Not exactly, man. It's more like, well, the light of the sun. In that star shines as one. It's a triangulation. Sun, star, earth, and you right there on the earth at the base of that big old gigantic pyramid of life that builds itself into spherical waves. Oh, every time it comes forward, wouldn't you say? That's the way it goes, man. You got your little energetic center just like you do in the earth, It's like a great big old crystal, double-ended pyramid, butted together, and the peaks are the poles, you see. Well, babies, we're changing the way that be, too, man, I know we're all tired of mosquitoes and secrets hidden under the ice and governments that just go ape shit crazy and start spreading what used to be the promise of the earth. This here country called the USA is now the abomination of the earth, wouldn't you say? Torment and death and destruction everywhere. Oh, my goodness. These guys wearing funny underwear, man. It's riding up on their crotch too tight. We got to help them, loosen up, get it right. Throw your underwear away today. Militarily so, of course, man. Give it a proper burial and, salute the flag when you do, okay? But all you soldiers and GIs out there, you ain't wearing no undies today, man, because you just been way too uptight. You got to loosen up, man, before we get stuck with a whole bunch of more torments when you take this world down. Now, babies, it's not going to happen that way. This is like, Atlantis, Lemuria, Mu, Paradise 2 all put together in one little hunk of earth, which is really our original place of being, which still resides here in a multi-dimensional presence. It's never gone away. It only seemed to. You remember that day you were standing on the sand for the first time, man, and you were watching the star pull away, the starship that we came in, wouldn't you say? And there goes your family and your connection therewith. And we started to know what it was to be alone in a planetary reality that seemed very unfamiliar. And in fact, in some ways, hostile to us. You couldn't stand out in the sun all day, you'd burn away, etc. There were just lots of conditions there that we didn't know before. It was a weakling thing. But only through our weakness could we gain great strength. Only by the mosquito bite and the torment thereof can we put together an end to torment. Totally and completely, see? You got to remember what's gone on so you know what is to be, because we're created right here and now, don't you see? Inside our soft, sweet little hide, we take that magic carpet ride. You betcha, baby. See, we're all together in it too, man. If you can remember the ancient past, you can remember who you are yourself at last, and just relax and stop worrying about who takes care of you and who doesn't. And I'm going to reward this one and screw that one. I'm drawing lines here. Oh, man, it's such a hassle to live that way, isn't it? Swat! There goes another mosquito down. You see, we create our own torments, and we live in them too, as a reminder of what we're here to do. And not to do too. Yeah, see? Well, why we go by going with the to do, you automatically bypass the not to do, you see. That's why I mentioned it first instead of the other way around. Because it's negative, man, and we're not a negative old clap. We're the positive, baby. We're, positively charged with the negative cells and atoms too, man. We got it all together inside of you and me too, and, my little doggy over there who set the example for us. Now, if you want to know a together little life, come and meet Obi-Wan Kenobi here in Crestonia sometime, or when we finally start getting around to putting the Coyote Medicine Show, Spring Creek, on the road, baby, well, then maybe you'll get a chance to meet him there too, man, because we're still looking for a bus to get us going, man. And by the way, you really want to change up today. Besides tuning into this here show and rocking your heart out, the thing you got to do is go with the flow in the medicine of life, babies. We're getting expansive, man. We're learning how to create in whole different ways. So don't let the torments of this reality, pesky little mosquitoes that they are, distract you from your path today, because you know the way. And you know the heart in it today, because you experience it in that multidimensional way, the way that sees what's really here, dear, and lets go of the world of torment. Gets it clear, man, you see. But we're bringing all of our brothers and sisters with us, energetically, figuratively, and literally. We're leaving not one speck of life behind as we take this moment and find within ourselves the happiness of the divine, the togetherness of life, which is no longer oppositional in any way. The dream that Sarah held in her heart forever and a day, coming forward this day, because you know how to play. If you just admit it to yourself, okay? The intelligence you carry is so far beyond anything you've known before, yet you've known it forever. You've just been made to put it away and look stupid, wouldn't you say? Because you had a stupid role to play here in the 3D, see? But that's still created and controlled by the multidimensional flow that goes on beyond you as you see it from here. It's like looking up on the mountain and looking at the peak and feeling so distant from it, but feeling that call that says, hey, y'all, you're already up here on top of me. You didn't have to climb up here and die and all get injured and all that stuff. No way. You just floated up here where you naturally be. And guess what? That peak's a hell of a lot taller than what you see. See, we're looking at the worn out shit here in the 3D. But in the memory, in the reality which memory represents, baby, there is a much taller mountain. In fact, wow, look at that. Gigantic pyramids everywhere. Gigantic peaks. Ruggedy as all get out, it's sheer cliffs going all the way down, but we're not worried about it. We got our wings, man. We live right there on top of them in those housing things we somehow create out of just stone, man. It's like, wow, Machu Picchu and then some. It's way, way up there, and it's right alongside our cloud cities, too. We got them as well. That's where the angels hang out, man. That's why we're living in paradise instead of hell, because the angels are here right along with us. Guess what? That's the family we thought we lost. All those people that come in here as angels. All those ancient souls that have been here from the beginning, from the first time we got swept off our feet to the time of right now, which is still getting us swept off our feet, because we ain't going down in defeat. We're coming round. Oh, babies, by realizing the cosmic clown attitude in all that we see. Understand, it's a joke to live in the 3D. It's like we gone to the amusement park and stood before a mirror and it's all upside down and backwards from what we are, but that's what we see. And we projected ourselves into it, so that's what we be momentarily. But it's just an experience in a fractured, dualistic society, culture, whatever you want to call it, life, it's just an experience that we created for ourselves as a part of our amusing ways. Mainly so we could appreciate the unity we already held. And now it's like we're in the mirror, inside the mirror, looking back at ourselves, looking at ourselves upside down and backwards from the other side. And we're going, Wow. Now you understand what the peaked pyramids pointing to each other and coming together represent. It's a joining of realities, you see. It's the true vision. Because it's not the person standing there looking in the mirror or the person looking back from within the mirror, upside down and backwards, see. It's what's right there between you. Right there in that sheer wall where the mirror and the life meet, you see. Because the mirror is just backwards. It's what we call 3D, see. But the shimmery stuff, the stuff the sky is made of and the stars in us too, well, that's the reality of love that pulls us on through any experience. That's a knowing awareness of where we truthfully are, what our earth truthfully is, and what our heart here in the 3D truthfully represents, see. Now there you go. I'm setting you free once again, or we are setting you free once again here in the world we call 3D through this internet radio show, which is total rock and roll. Whether we're rapping on it or rolling on it or rocking on it or whatever we're doing, man, it's the totality of your reality coming through bright and clear. Because you got Grandpa Coyote, who is your old grandpa, don't you know, from way back when. If you just take a look at the flow, you'll understand. And then you'll glow, baby, because you remember who you are too, babies. And we're pulling through to our reality, which I say is in that shimmery place where all worlds, all lives join. Where mirrors and reflections begin and end, where life is on this side and life is reflective on that side, see? But there ain't no side. There's only this energy of person living way beyond the 3D and way beyond what creates the 3D too. Living inside of our truth, where all worlds unite. Yeah, we got it right, man. That's the loving creation. That's why we so love to take flight and fly above these tall mountains and look down on those peaks and remember how it is to be an angel of love, an angel of mercy, an angel of light, and knowing that Mother Earth would never allow us to do anything but get it right, despite all the tremendous catastrophes and disasters we've been through. All created experience to test us, to bring us around to this party and point where we're to be found right now as our heart comes back to play. Yes, indeedy, in a full conscious presence way, man, where all lives are united in that pinnacle point where the peaks meet, baby, where high is low and low is high and everybody's gathered inside you and I and all the rest that be. It's a totality of reality that's so exuberant about itself. It can't help but expand way beyond what we see of as 3D. So I'm here to help set you free, little Coach Coyote, storyteller that he is. You know, I get kind of descriptive once in a while, too. You just never know what's coming through here at Spring Creek, man. It's a flow, don't you know, and a really pure one, too. The clearest drink of water you ever laid a lip over, baby. And put your tongue to, let me say. Here's saluting you today. And Sarah, baby, come out of that place. You don't want to stay. You want to grow. You want to glow. Don't let the unpartying fools take you down. Remember, you're the partying fool that's here to bring them around, okay? Little personal message out that way, but it's for all of us, wouldn't you say? Because we're all in that same place. You think you're all so alone in your row? Shh. We're all doing it at the same time, don't you know? Just in different ways and different attitudes, but dealing with the same energies. Coming back in the flow the way we want to go as a personal experience. Which, of course, I hate to remind you, but it's shared all across the universe. Man, we got an audience. That's why I call us rock stars, baby, because we are. We're baby little rock stars here on this earth. Every life is so precious to the life around it that all the lives live it with you, babies. I mean, gee whiz. It's like it's up to you, but they're there pulling you through, just like the angels do, you see. What a beautiful trip we got going on this 2 is 1 day. That's what Tuesday represents. 2 is 1 day. Because there ain't no 2. There's only 1. That's me and you and all the rest that you see, okay? That's our cosmic reality, which is where reality begins and ends, right there, that sheer place, at the edge of the sky, at the edge of the mirror, at the edge of what we see, at the edge of what we be. Yes, indeedy, baby, the magic of the flow of the heart, don't you know, centered up in this reality, man, and expanding in both directions into creation. In fact, now, you got pyramids poking in from every direction, so you got, what? A great big old ball of love rolling out from you into all this creation too, baby. Isn't it about time we get to party down with all that we know and all that's been found? Because, babies, we're finally, after a whole long loop through time, coming around today in that ascendant sort of way, which means we see truth from both sides now, but the centering truth where creation begins, where that intention of life projects you into being as a person looking into the mirror, and the person inside the mirror looking back at you too. It's all created right there in that shimmery place, the glow of life. And babies, it doesn't take, a sperm and an egg. Not at all, man. It takes life willing to be what it wants to be, willing to give itself whatever loving experience it needs to go through in order to bring itself around in the most premier sort of way. So through us, creation can be found living in harmony. Yeah, the rock and roll reality of divine harmony, that which is royal and regal inside of yourself and everything else around you too. The happiness in life. It's an Uncle Remus sort of thing, a zippity-doo-dah day in every moment that you are, because there's that one moment where it all began. And that's not a joining or a uniting. It's an acknowledgement of what's already joined and united and expands out from you into all this creation too. Starting to catch on? I thought so, baby. We love you so here in this funky little coyote medicine show we call the Spaceship Love. Well, it's Spring Creek, baby, but we're flying along. Spaceship Love, hovering right above that beautiful headwaters, ain't we? Now you're beginning to see where these headwaters might truthfully be, and why we call it a flow, don't you know, when you get the medicine of life in that united sort of way. Because then you don't need to unite with anything. You already are united inside of everything. Whole new way to ride, man, and it ain't side saddle no more. Baby, you got the radio network called Hazy, helping you get it clear here today through the heart of old Grandpaw at Spring Creek. Your moment of truth flowing your way day after day, Monday through Friday for 3 sweet hours, which seems like forever, doesn't it, baby? Break away.